Jay, when it comes to these markets, do you think they're over their skis? Because you've been, for weeks, saying it was going to be a Democratic win.
Yep. Given that the market is thinking that it's going to be a Trump win, the market is doing what one would expect, right? Dollar rates up, dollar up. The thing that surprises, though, there are a couple of surprises, right? One is small caps. Typically, when rates go up, small caps go down. Small caps were up 2% today, up 2.5% or so in the future. So that's almost a 5% move in 2 days. The other is the Mexican peso. This currency has been hit hard all year. The Latin American equity markets, I was just in Brazil last week, they've been really blasted, the worst performing markets in the world year to date. And the last thing I would say that is surprising is the extent of the sell-off in the bond market. Because coming out of last week, last Friday, the 7 to 10-year bond market was massively oversold, and the longer 20 to 30-year bond market, represented by the ETFs, IEF, and TLT, their short-term relative strength indices were in the teens. That doesn't happen very often. So the fact that this could be like it could be a massive head fake. If it turns out that Harris wins, these things will snap back in a vicious fashion because they were very oversold to begin with, and now they're just getting even more extremely oversold.
Charles, how vulnerable do you think we are to that? Before getting any real clarity on what's happening in the blue wall, how vulnerable are we to waking up tomorrow morning with this market going completely the other way?
Yeah, look, I think the markets are getting ahead of themselves. If you remember in 2020, at this point in the evening, it looked like a Trump reelect. In fact, the betting markets had gone 90% Trump. So, again, this is too early to call. We still have a lot of results coming from urban areas in Pennsylvania, certainly in Wisconsin, Michigan. I think the markets really are getting ahead of themselves this evening.